which I'm really excited about. Maybe actually a little corner of it. Actually, a little corner. I don't want to show you the whole thing, but
I'm
it's
so
like really.
excited.
This will allow them to be able to do this frequently, multiple times a week, all the time, and just be able to have sort of a much more personable experience than what just video calls or even chat is able to do. And so we're super excited to partner with the Shenakis because and Carol and all the others as well, because you guys are a very kind of uplifting, positive group that's going to really promote a positive culture in this metaverse. So, anyways, just introducing myself, I'm Renji, and I'm kind of just like making my rounds with all the different people part of this group, just because I want to
Right.
hear their story. Like I've gotten to know. So last week I got to know Colby and Austin's story. Dude, I was like on the verge of tears. I got to hear Ali's story right before this, and I want to hear your story, Carol. I want to hear like obviously you shared a little bit about how you got connected with Ali, but I want to hear about how you came to the family. I want to hear like your backstory. Like you said that you grew up Catholic. Did you grow up in Orlando? Were you born in Orlando, by the way?
Um, Wait, really quick, I just want to say something. Thanks for
Sorry, go ahead.
clarifying, because
Go ahead.
a lot of people always ask me, they're like, because I always mention you, and they're like, Renji, this, whatever, and they're like, who's Renji? And like, I try to explain. So this is so good. This is him, guys. Whenever I
Yeah.
talk about him, make sure you guys follow him
Hey,
and
what's
show
up?
him love. He's awesome. Um, and okay, wait. So did you ask if I grew up in
So your
Orlando?
story, your story. So yeah, were you born in
Okay.
Orlando or did you grow up somewhere else? I know Noah was born, she said in Minnesota and then they moved to Orlando or something.
Yeah, no, yeah, I was born in Brazil actually. Um,
Oh wow.
and I lived there most of my life. I came here when I was like 13 or something.
Wow.
Yeah, and then like I came here like at the end of like middle school, beginning, and like I started high school and everything. And then like Ali was literally one of my first like real friends here.
Wow.
Um and everything. And then like I said, like in the beginning, like we connected instantly, but it was more of like we would just hang out like on the weekends or whatever, like now and then, I still had my life, she's had her life, whatever. And wait, am I sharing like my testimony or
Yeah, I would love to hear it. Yeah, please
okay,
do.
cool.
'Cause it was funny is so here's the thing. This was funny. Like the vast majority of people who were on the actual live stream last week with like Kobe and Austin, they're all like, "I'd never heard this story," and then like even
Right.
Ally's, you see people saying, "I've never heard this story." So I'd love for even just your followers to be able to hear your story as well.
100%. I feel like there's a lot of people that don't even know a lot of these things either. So this is
Yeah.
awesome. But yeah, so basically like in high school, like I had like my background, like my parents were awesome and everything, but like just like the culture and everything from Brazil, I used to like just always go out a lot, like parties, like crazy stuff, just have fun, right? I was like I wasn't I tried to be as good as I could, but I didn't really know any better at the same time. And then Allie would always, when I met her and everything, it was so funny because we were literally complete opposites. It was her first year in high school, so she was like this little like angel. She didn't know anything. She like never like cursed in her life. She was like, oh my gosh. And then I was like this. I was like crazy. We're literally opposites, and we had somehow we like connected. We like became best friends. I don't even know how because we were literally opposites, but we just bonded and we were like hanging out all the time, whatever. And then she would always invite me to go to her church and everything. And then I would go sometimes, but like, because I believed in God and everything. But I was just like,
Mhm.
I would just go and then come back to my life, right?
Yeah.
And then they started like the church and they invited me to go to like through the youth group. And I would always like, I could never go or like I didn't really know, like, it just never worked out, right? And then one time she was like, oh, she called me. She's like, oh, you should come to this camp that we're doing, like a summer camp for like our church. And I was like,
Mhm.
sure. I was always down. I was like, sure, but like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I had to like, she invited me like on the like Thursday, and we were leaving like the next day. It was super last minute. I was
Just
like,
like on
there's
the boat,
no
just like
way.
same day. Yeah.
Right. I was like, it's because, and the thing is, because somebody like was supposed to go, then that person canceled, and like last minute, so then they invited somebody else. Then they canceled somebody else. I
Mhm.
was like the third person they called, right?
Oh, I see.
But
Yeah.
like looking back, you can see how God like arranged everything, right?
Mhm.
And then I was like, okay, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go because I had to check with my parents, I had to check like everything. I had a bunch of stuff going on. Somehow, like everything aligned, and everyone was like, oh no, you're good, and I could go. And
Wow.
I remember thinking, I was like, that's so weird. Like that never happens.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then like at that
And you
camp,
were how old were you at this time, by the way?
I was like 15, 16.
Okay.
I think I was like 16, 17, around that area, like kind of. Um,
Yeah.
and then like we went to camp and everything, and like the first night I got saved, and it
Hmm.
was so crazy. And like this is like one of those things, you know, those like experiences you have with God that like whenever like you're going through like hard times or whatever, and you start like downing and thinking, you look back and you're like, no, like that was real.
Yeah.
Like I know that that
Hmm.
was real. I lived it. So this is
Hmm.
like literally one of those experiences because I remember like the first night there, I got saved and everything, and I knew like what it meant and everything what I was doing, but I never like I thought like that. I mean, I didn't know what to expect, right? And I
Yeah.
literally remember after like the day after, I completely saw everything differently. It was so crazy. Like the world, like I
Wow.
saw everything differently. Like when I talked to people, everything was completely different. It was like God gave me like new like sight to see everything.
Wow.
And I like went back, and then like after I came back from camp, went back to my life, and I still like had the same friends, like had the same
Oh,
like
that's right.
my same life, everything, right? So it was like it was really hard because like I remember like I had a party to go to, and then I had another friend that was with me, and she was like, "Oh, let's go to that party," and I was like, "Oh, I don't really feel like I want to." Like I genuinely didn't want to, and then
Uh,
she was like, "Oh no, let's go, come on!" I drove all the way here. You promised, whatever. I was like, okay, sure. Then I went, and I literally like I went to so many parties, but like that party, like it was so like it's 100% like this Holy Spirit inside of you. Like I literally just did not feel peace at all. Not because like I
mm,
knew like I shouldn't be there, just like I genuinely did not feel peace about it. I saw everything with
mm,
like a different like vision. It was insane. And then ever since then, like I just like started getting closer with like the family and everything, and like learning and growing, and just they were just like showing me like what it's like to walk like in God's plan and like build a relationship with
yeah.
him and everything. Kiki. So yeah, just like talk your ear off.
Uh, that's- yeah. Well, so no, I appreciate you for sharing that. So it just seemed like when you're 16, you had an encounter with God, and just over the course of years, you were being discipled essentially by the Shinaki family. Is that really what it
Yeah,
was?
like Lance. Oh my
Wow.
gosh, he's like literally like I call him dad. He's literally like been a dad for me. Like his
You call him dad? I didn't realize
yeah,
that.
him and Cam. I call him mom and
Wow.
dad.
That's so funny. Wow. So have you been going to the same church as them for a while?
Yeah, since ever since like that happened, we've been like I've been like been so close. Like we always go on like trips, like family trips together. Like I literally
Oh,
like
wow.
because I have my mom and my dad and my brother here, and we're super
Hmm.
close. I have a great relationship with them. But like
Hmm.
my family, like my other family, like my uncle, my grandma, everything, everyone is in Brazil, so I don't get to see them. And like just having that like family here, like it's so
Yeah.
good. Helped me so much. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Mainly
Yeah.
like,
Are your parents go
huh?
ahead?
Oh, I was just saying mainly like as like Christians, like because they like have that understanding and everything, so that they can like
Hmm.
pour out and like teach me and everything. So it's really good.
Were are your parents really close with Lance and Kim and all them?
Yeah, they like I mean, they're always busy like working and stuff, but whenever like on holidays and everything, I always spend it with them and they always come over too. It's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. Wait, how old's your younger brother?
He's older than me actually. He's like
Oh, he's older.
25, I think.
Okay. Wow. Okay. And I guess is he kind of growing in his faith as well? How's that been with him being around the guys and all of that?
Oh, he no, he like got saved like I think like last year, and he's been growing so much recently. Same with like my mom
Wow.
and dad. They've been like coming around and everything. They've gotten saved and everything. It's been so awesome. I was
Wow.
like just side note, I was like telling my brother about everything that's going on about you, the house, everything, and he is he loves this stuff. So he's like
Oh
so excited.
yeah.
And then like sometimes he'll like hit me up and he'll tell me stuff about it. He's like, I don't even know what, and I'm like, what? I don't even know what you're talking about. So ahead of it. He's so smart.
That's so funny. Wow. So do they also live in the area, or are they living kind of where you used to live?
They well, I like I they live like around like Orlando. That's where I used to live, and I used to go like back and forth. And then now I just like live here, and then like they come visit me and vice versa, and we go to church and everything. But I'm
Okay.
just to everyone now, which is
Yeah,
easier.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's awesome. So I guess Allie was kind of sharing about a ministry that she's feel like God's called her to called. Don't tell me. Hold on. It's something and free. Chosen and free.
Yes.
And have you been involved with that as well?
Have yes. Oh my gosh. I love that community. We've like ever since it started, like when we did like Bible studies on Zoom calls and everything, like I'd always be there, and it's awesome. It's so good to see like I mean, I'm sure she already talked about this, but it's so awesome to have like a community of girls to like literally grow each other and share with each other. You know, I feel like it's so hard
Wow.
nowadays to just find like real friends, and mainly like in like in a sense of like Christian friends that could like help you.
Yeah.
You can like confide in and stuff like that. So it's been awesome, and she does like podcasts and everything too. That I've done a couple with her,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because like sometimes people come up to us and they're like, "Oh my gosh, that thing that you guys spoke about on the podcast helped me so much." And I'm like, "Girl, God grew me so much through that because a lot of times, like God will convict me of something, and when I'm talking about it, I'll be like, "Oh my God!" Like it's literally God telling me, and I'm like surprised. I'm like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
that
Wow.
too."
Wait, so I guess what do you hope like God will continue to do in your life? Like obviously like you're doing a lot of stuff on TikTok, creating content, all of that, and obviously you're pushing a really positive narrative. You're giving hope to people all around the world. Like what does that look like as time progresses, right? Like obviously there's the metaverse stuff. We'll keep that aside for now, but
Yeah.
just you and kind of what you feel like God's calling you to do. Like what does your mission look like?
No, thanks for asking. I think like currently I'm just like pouring out in every thing that God has blessed me with in my life, like all the opportunities, like through like the social media and everything, and
Hmm.
with our church online, like sometimes I speak and everything there, which has been awesome. And I also like really love writing. Was like what I'm
Hmm.
passionate about, and I've been like working on some stuff, and I really think that God's like gonna like He's called me to like put out stuff in that way, whatever it looks
Wait,
like.
did I hear that you do poetry stuff?
Yeah, I do poetry too.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that. Okay, so tell me about that. Like, what are you inspired to write about? What type of topics are you interested in writing about in poetry?
Honestly, I just like whenever I'm going through something,
Hmm.
it's always like since I was younger, it always helps me to like either write about it to get it out. And I learned too that whenever I'm going through something, I love reading about it, like people going through the same things or something similar, because it just
Hmm.
helps me to like sort out my thoughts. I'm like, oh, like it makes sense, or like I know that I feel like I'm not alone. Like I connect with that writing, you know,
Hmm.
and like it helps me to like literally kind of like put things like together. It's kind of like, you know, when you're talking to somebody and then like as you're saying things out loud, you're like making sense in your mind.
Yeah,
Oh, you figure it out.
yeah.
That's like how it feels for me. So I've like written a lot about like friendships or like heartbreak or like just like love and like love in a sense of like not just like relationships, mainly relationships, but not just that, like of like a love that like God has called us to like have for other people, you know,
Hmm.
and just like whatever He puts in my heart.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, so I guess what kind of poetry is it? Like, there's a specific kind, like haikus, or like I don't know, like I don't know. Do you know what style? Like, what sort of style do you do?
Oh, okay, okay. I think it's just like freestyle. Like it's not like a rhyming like anything.
Okay.
It's not anything specific. It's just like
Wait, do you have
thoughts.
one that's like right in front of you that you're able to read? I don't know if you feel like I don't mean to put you on the spot, but do
No,
you have
that's
something like
I probably do. Let me see.
yeah,
I can find it. Like I think if it's easy, I'll just read it one real quick.
yeah.
But I don't know if it's here. Oh, I think it's here. Hold on. Let's see. That's so funny because a lot of people too, like they know that I write, but I never really talked about it as much.
Wow.
So it's really good. Like I feel like everyone in the comments like commenting about it. So this is fun.
I know.
Um,
Everyone's excited to check it out. It's awesome.
right?
That's so crazy. So I mean, I guess it's interesting. Like, I mean, the first time we're doing these interview type things, but it's funny because it's not like you want to brag about yourself or interview about yourself. It's nice to have someone else ask so that you have the opportunity to even just like share about it, right? But
100%. No, this is awesome. This is
yeah,
awesome, and I feel like we're connecting with everyone too. You know what I mean? Like new
yeah.
people and everything. Um, okay, I have no idea what this one is. I'm just gonna say it because I don't feel like looking for it's gonna take too long. Okay, I think this is like a heartbreak one when I was going through. Okay,
Okay.
so it says, "The more you hurt me, the more you push me away. The more you show me I can't lean on you. The more I learn to depend on myself. The more I learn to be there for myself. The less you love me, the less you love me, the more you teach me to love myself." There's one.
Wow. Wait, so that so you're not sure like what that was connected to? Like that was is that a recent one or what?
Oh, that was no, that was from like a little while ago.
Yeah,
Like
you don't have to talk about
maybe
the story if you don't want to, but I'm just
no,
curious on like,
no. Okay.
yeah.
Totally fine. I'm glad you're asking these questions.
Yeah.
It was from probably like last year or something like that. And it's like it's funny because like sometimes I read him and I remember exactly the time like when I was going through it. You know what I mean? Because you're like
Mhm.
literally just like deep. Like I just put things out like and then like later I go back and like revise it.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah, wow. So when you, I guess, how much time does it take you? Do you like, are you very A-type personality where you have to like get it exactly right, or is it just like you're just stream of consciousness, you're just writing as you go?
Oh, you have such good questions. I would never
Well, I'm
have
just
thought.
curious. No, we got
Um,
5 minutes. It's fine.
I usually like the stuff that I write. I usually like don't like sit down and think like, okay, I need to write something. Sometimes, but most of the times it's like when I'm like going through something, whatever it is, good or like happy
Mhm.
or like bad or whatever it is. I'll like try to like figure it out and I'll just put it down, like literally write as it comes to me, right?
Mhm.
And then sometimes like I'll like go back and be like I'll like going throughout my day and I'll see something that'll remind me of something and
Mhm.
then I'll like remember like what I wrote and I'll just go back and adjust it. Or a lot of times this happens all the time. I'll like be on the boat with my friends having a good day and like I'll look at somebody's interaction with somebody else or I'll look at like the sunset, whatever it is, right? And I'll get so deep and I'm like literally grab my phone, write it on my notes, and then later on I go back and put it here and I like edit if I have to, but I kind of let it
Mhm.
be really like just like I'm not picky with it. You know, I think it looks better.
Yeah, it's just like an outflow of your emotion, kind of how you're feeling, just getting it down.
Yeah.
That's so interesting because like it's funny, I am not like that at all. Like for me, for
I
me,
love
like I try like so number one, like even just this morning, a person on my team who works here at the office was asking me, "Oh, how was your weekend?" I was like, "Dude, I don't even remember my weekend." I was like, "I guess I didn't reflect on it. Maybe that's why I don't remember." And I asked, "Did you reflect on your weekend? Is that how you can recall so quickly?" They're like, "Yeah, you don't reflect." And I was like, "I guess I don't. I just keep moving." And so that's why I realized that like I guess I need to just take time, slow down, reflect, like just be thinking about stuff. And like I think the fact that you do that is how you're able to just kind of outflow what's going on in your mind. So it's really cool that you do that. Wow.
right.
Yeah.
I it too because like that's a good point. Like I feel like a lot of times, like mainly in the past, I used to like overthink so much, like through high school and stuff. I used to overthink so much, and then I like one day I decided I was like I'm not gonna overthink anymore. So whenever it was really crazy, I didn't even know you could do this. Whenever I would like start like thinking about something, a situation, a person, whatever, I would block it and distract myself, and then
Oh,
it turned out to be really bad because then for a while I couldn't like think of things, like I couldn't like process things or like people would ask me like how do you feel about this person or whatever it is, how do you feel about, I was like I don't know, like I haven't.
uh,
And then like maybe 2 years ago, like when we started doing social media and everything, like I was like praying so much and talking to God, and then God revealed to me to just like take time to think about things and process it and remember to
mm,
process the good things too, you know, that's like a good thing. So this
yeah.
is helped me to do that, like writing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow, that's really cool. Yeah. Anyways, it was just super awesome to be able to just like learn more about you. Obviously, like as time progresses, we'll learn more about just. I
Mhm.
just want to get deeper with everyone in the Shinaki family, just kind of
Yeah.
learn more about all you guys. So I appreciate for you for sharing all of that. I know we're kind of up on time, but thanks so much for letting me host and ask questions and pick your brain.
Thank you so much, Renji. This was so
Yeah,
much, and I cannot wait for everyone and me to learn more about you too. Like I'm sure you
yeah, yeah. Next time,
have stuff to share.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I was gonna say, yeah. Next time we go live, it'll be my turn to share. I'm down. I just want to kind of make my rounds first. But Lindsay said, "Does immerse have ways to invest in small ways?" Kind of dig through some of our stuff. You might find some stuff. So, but yeah, feel free to follow. There's more information if you follow our stuff. But
100%.
thanks so much, Carol. Yeah,
Guys, make sure you go follow Renji. Like he is probably one of the most awesome people we've met, and he's part of our family. He's so funny, and he has a lot of
awesome,
exciting things coming up for everyone. So
awesome. Thanks so much,
yeah.
Carol. I'll see. Actually, I'll be there next week. So I'll see you guys next
Okay.
Thursday. I'll be there in person. Yeah,
Oh yeah. You literally just showed me.
yeah,
Excited. I'll see you next week.
yeah.
Thank you so much for.
Awesome. All right. Yeah. See ya.
Bye. Okay, guys. I'm glad I did not know how to exit. That was so fun. He's so nice. Wow, guys, that was so awesome. Guys, I'm not kidding. If you guys haven't, you have to go follow him. He's so awesome. You guys could probably tell by just talking to him how like well spoken he is, how awesome he has so